Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host Learvok, and you're just in time for another Lego Atlas MOC Showcase. So to get this out of the way first, if this is your first video and you're wondering what an Atlas is, I will refer you to the Atlas Charger for a more detailed look. But to put it basically, this is a series of mechs that use the same body type and cockpit designs, but have various different things added onto them. They're called Atlas because Portal 2 reference, and they all kind of look like the Atlas. They all kind of have the kind of same rotund design. This one we're looking at in particular is the Atlas Piercer / Atlas Engineer Medic Mechanic. I've got this thing has gone through so many different name changes. I do not know what it is anymore. The Piercer is the original name for this mech, and originally it was going to be orange. Is going to be kind of like how the original Atlas Prime model, which is the standard model, is blue to fit in with the Atlas theming, the Portal 2 theming, and the Peabody model is orange. This one was going to be kind of like a complementary opposite of the kind of like Peabody orange, but Atlas design. That was back when this was just going to be like a mining vessel using the mining drill here to mine the earth for resources. Then I gave it this little welding torch here, this welding gun here. Maybe not so little. Let me get the pilot out to show you how big this thing is. So here's the pilot. Yeah, he's a robot cyborg. I don't know where he came from. He fit with the mech well. I had this thing for a while, and originally it didn't have the whole bottom piece here with the health canister. And let me lower this just a little bit so you can. There you go. You can see how hard it is for this guy to hold this thing. I had no clue what I wanted to do with this, and I was working on the piercer, working with what colors I had because I could not, for the life of me, find a brickling store that supplied me with the pieces I needed for the colors I needed with the pieces I needed, and I just happened to pull this thing out. I slapped it onto the arm because I wanted to use it for one of my Atlas mechs, and I was making two of them at the time. And this was one of them, and I just put it in his arm. And I was like, this gives him a second weapon, or rather, it gives him a device to repair things with. Because this is supposed to be like a welding tool, like the little connector here. You stab that in, and the heat will like kind of help you seal up wounds, like seal the holes and stuff, and like let you make quick repairs. And I was starting to think like, oh, this would make a good healer mech, and why not? And so you're probably wondering, as I move the camera back up, you're probably wondering, Learvok, you idiot, it's got a freaking big laser cannon. Yeah, that's for like, it's a drill cannon. So this thing is designed to like pierce things, so it can slice open the hole to get people out of the mechs. But it also acts as an offensive weapon because it can use a focus beam where it just kind of focuses on one point for a long period of time and deals more and more damage over time, as long as it can maintain that focus. Or it can charge the beam, fire a stronger burst at once, dealing heavy damage, but it'll drain the battery on the cannon faster. and it gives it a little bit of defense. So when it's out on a battlefield, it can kind of protect itself a little bit. Also, the chains are a bit of a flourish. I added the syringes to give it that medic look for this one. But yeah, the piercer itself, the Atlas piercer itself, does not have to be a medic. I think when I switched out the colors for the cannon, for the welder, I said it could be also act as a flamethrower sort of thing. Which for a mining vessel, it doesn't really make sense. But then again, the weapons are technically more optional. Adjust that there so you can actually see the cannon. But the weapons are always optional. You can switch out the weapons and such. But yeah. This variant here is a medic repair mechanic drone or mechanic mech. It can use its tool here for offensive purposes if need be. But obviously it's not ideal because the weapon itself requires a lot of focus on it, a lot of charge time, and it drains the energy in the cannon a lot faster. So yeah, a little bit of history, real life history on this mech. This I bought off of Bricklink, the laser cannon. I wanted this so badly because when I was a kid, I had one. And when I got it in the mail, I was like, okay, now I want to do something with this because I could think of some things I could do with this thing. And the first thing I thought of was just turn it into a shoulder-mounted cannon. That'd be kind of cool, right? Yeah. Like I said, I lost mine years and years and years ago. I think it got thrown out in the trash with a bunch of my other Legos because I was a stupid idiot at the time and threw out all my Legos because I let my friend tell me to throw out my Legos because, hey, you gotta grow up sometime. Yeah, joke's on you. Legos are not just for kids. They never were just for kids. My dad actually put it best when he said, Legos are adult toys that we allow kids to play with. And that I agree with 100%. But yeah, kind of lost my train of focus there. Oh yeah, going back into the history of this mech. Building this mech was actually kind of it was kind of interesting trying to build the shoulder mounted part here. You can't really see it as well on the camera, but this part here is like really dirty in here, and I need to kind of come in and clean between these panels here. It's like really dirty, like you can see. Maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe it's the shadows or something. Oh no, actually this piece here is like fairly old, it's about to break, but like building this was actually kind of a bit of a challenge because I had to figure out how I was going to do it, like whether or not I wanted it to be further out back or further up front, whether or not I wanted the point of rotation to be closer to the shoulder or farther away. And I eventually decided like this right here is like a perfect design. Lets it rest back, lets it sit up. Yeah, a lot of it just came down to like positioning and where I wanted it to look, how I wanted it to look. Obviously, in order for the pod to get out, this needs to be lifted up so the pod can get up. And stretch the little piece here to open it up, or you can usually just kind of stretch it out just a bit and then open it up. The pod can step right out. And he tried to jump out there. The shoulder piece here, this came off of a Lego Nexo Knights set. Do not have any of its pieces nearby right now that I can show it off. I think I disassembled most of it actually. It's like a Lego Nexo motorcycle. It was the same piece that the Atlas Charger pilot came from. The same set that he came from. The Green Knight. I like because he's green and my favorite color is green. And he also has a bit of a goatee, so that kind of makes him cool. Yeah, so the shoulder piece came second. I wanted to give this thing a bit more of a unique silhouette than just the big giant cannon and the welder. So the shoulder piece came into play to kind of give it a better, more unique silhouette that lets it stand out from the other mechs. So let me get out the Atlas Meteor here to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. You got that like kind of silhouette with the boosters. So if you like were to black out just the mechs, do like a white background, black on the front, you'd be able to tell what they are just by looking at them. Actually, I probably should have done that with the Charger, come to think of it. Because now, anyway, and so it gives it a more unique silhouette. Makes it more easily identifiable. The welding cannon, I added the health canister here, which I think was from Overwatch. I think this came from one of the Overwatch sets. I don't know. I saw this on Bricklink, and I thought I had to get it and use it for something, and this is what I ended up using it for. And yeah, I'm glad it happened that way. Let's see. The chains are just for flourish. Again, that was when this is kind of a holdover from when it was supposed to be a mining vessel, a mining device. But yeah, so the chains, I think again it adds on to it, gives it some uniqueness to it. And it just kind of stayed in this case for the medic version, for the mechanic mechanic version. Yeah. So that is the Atlas Piercer / Atlas mechanic medic engineer, name still pending. With all that said, I'll see you guys later.